I signed the divorce papers on a Thursday morning. The same morning my sister posted her ultrasound picture with my ex-husband, my husband, holding her hand, both smiling like they'd won something. I remember staring at that picture longer than I should have. Not because it hurt, the hurt had burned out days ago, but because of what I noticed behind them. The cream wall, the gold-framed mirror, and the same orchid vase I bought for our new house. The house I paid for, the one they thought I'd never step foot in again. They thought I'd walk away quietly. They forgot who I am. My sister, Alina, was the kind of woman people called magnetic. Sweet voice, soft smile, the kind that made you lean closer without realizing it. I used to admire her, protected her. When I met Daniel, she was the first person I introduced him to. He was kind, or at least convincing enough to seem so. The type who remembered small details, how I took my coffee, the name of the author I quoted, the way I always double-checked door locks before bed. He said those habits made me careful. Turns out, being careful wasn't enough. For years, I believed we were building something solid, a marriage, a home. Until that night when he came home smelling faintly of Alina's perfume, lavender and musk, the one she'd worn since college. I told myself it was my imagination, but imaginations don't buy matching bracelets. It started with small things, her sudden need to check on me every evening, his long work calls in the car, the late replies, the awkward silences at family dinners. Then one morning, his phone lit up while he was in the shower. A message preview. Alina, I can't wait until it's just us. She doesn't deserve you. It wasn't heartbreak that hit me. It was silence, the kind that settles so deep you stop feeling your hands. I didn't confront him that day. I deleted the message preview, took a deep breath, then I smiled at him when he came out of the shower. Let him think I was still blind. Because people like them, cheaters, liars, they destroy themselves faster when you stop reacting. I started with the finances, quietly, methodically. The house we'd just bought, I paid the down payment from my account. The deed, though, was still pending my signature for final registration. He didn't know that. I let him believe everything was complete. I even told him I'd handle the final legal documents myself. Next, I gathered proof. Messages, bank transfers, hotel receipts, even a video, my sister sneaking out of his car right outside his office parking lot. I met with a lawyer, then another. By the time they moved in together, my divorce settlement was locked, and I held 100% ownership of the house, the one they were dreaming of furnishing together. A week after the divorce was finalized, Daniel and Alina showed up at the gate of my house, the one she'd been bragging about to our relatives, calling it their fresh start. I'd already emptied the interior, furniture, electronics, everything, but I left the door unlocked. Through the living room window, I watched them walk in hand. Her belly was beginning to show. She looked proud. He looked tired. Older, worn, poetic really. Then came her scream, sharp, startled. They'd found the letter. I'd left it on the kitchen counter beside a single house key. My handwriting, neat, deliberate. Dear Alina, you always wanted what was mine. Now you have it. A man who cheats, lies, and betrays without blinking. I hope he keeps you warm when the house gets cold, though it won't be this one. This property now belongs solely to me. The locks change tomorrow. Enjoy your first night of realization. I installed security cameras in every room. Watching them read that letter felt like watching justice breathe. Her face twisted, disbelief, then rage, then shame. He tried to console her, but she pushed him away, screaming something I couldn't hear. They walked out 30 minutes later. He didn't even look back. 2 weeks later, I received a call from my mother. Alina was staying at a friend's apartment. Daniel had left her. Apparently, he'd been cheating on her, too. I didn't say much, just nodded, smiled, and said I hoped she'd be okay. Then I poured myself a glass of wine, opened the curtains, and looked out at my empty but peaceful house. I'd repainted the walls white, replaced the orchid vase with lilies. They last longer. There was no victory dance, no shouting, just the calm satisfaction of knowing they'd both destroyed themselves trying to hurt me. People ask me sometimes how I moved on so quickly. I tell them peace isn't found in forgiveness, it's found in control. I didn't ruin her life. She did that when she mistook betrayal for love. I just handed her the mirror. And the best part? The house she thought she'd move into, her dream life, is now my studio. I paint there sometimes, right where she opened my letter. That kitchen.